Do not be afraid to broaden your minds.
Oh, thank you.
Do not be afraid to throw the veil off your face, ladies and gentlemen. 2012. 2012. What does it mean? The unanswered questions, the enigmas, the mystery. Well, we can all bring it back to the very beginning of civilization itself. Back before matter existed, back before the Big Bang Theory, there were some Mayans. Well, actually, the Mayans came afterwards. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It all comes to 2012. The Mayan calendar says the year 2012 is the end. That's it. Nothing more after that. Now, why are the Mayans so privy to this information? And why should we care, since they've all been dead for, let's say, thousands of years now? I'm pretty sure that they're all extinct. But anyway, the reason why they were privy to that information, 2012, is because ancient astronauts, beings from another world, another galaxy, far beyond our own Milky Way system, not even in the same dimension. You'd have to cross dimensions. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to get into the facts with you on that. It would be a little bit over your heads. You know, not only am I a doctor, I am a PhD, I'm a professor, and I am also a scientist. So I'll just put it in layman's terms. Those ancient civilizations, Egypt with its great pyramids, the Mayans with their marvelous temples and cities, Orlando wouldn't be what they are today if it weren't for our ancient astronaut friends. Yes, these astronauts came down in their big motherships while we're playing with our weaving or stones and twigs or whatever. They come down in their motherships with their lights blazing in different beautiful sequences and patterns based on zeros and ones and zeros and everything that just defies the matrix itself. That is when they decided to take ancient civilization and use it as an experiment, they say, from their beautiful big luxury spacecraft that has the ability to go light years within seconds and probably has a very nice audio system on board. They say, oh, look at those cute little things, those cute things down there playing. Why don't we do an experiment with them and see if we can help them along to reach the same level of intelligence as we already have. Now, mind you, their level of intelligence is exhibited by the size of their skull. They have an elongated skull. You may remember a milestone picture in the American film industry, The Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. If you haven't seen it, see it. Because that's what it's all about. The elongated skull, more knowledge. They wanted us to reach that point. Well, being human beings, being barbaric and greedy and overall pretty stupid, we never reach that point. So what they do is they come back and they say, oh dear, look, everything's gone to hell. Sodom and Gomorrah is a good example. They come back down and Abraham's like, oh, look, it's God, he's come back down. Abraham's not thinking, here's an interstellar starship from, you know, the Orion Nebula. He's thinking, oh, wow, it's God with his shiny lights. Hey, God, look, you know, everyone's butt fucking and shit. And the next thing you know, the whole place is obliterated by a massive alien nuclear device, which I have seen the plans for. I have a friend in high places. I cannot name his name. I don't want him to get in trouble. But I will say this, I have proof. So there we And you may want to ask yourself, well, how did you become privy to all this information? Well, I went to school for it. But before that, as a boy growing up in Yuma, Arizona, which is where I also went to my now defunct College of Esoteric Philosophy, Esoteric Studies, and Unconventional Ideas, unaccredited, now defunct. Turns out, actually, it was a diploma mill. I was picked on a lot as a child. My last name is Vornoff, and it's, you know, Hungarian, but I was born in the United States. But I was born to, you know, my parents were immigrants. And the kids at school used to pick on me, and one day they just stuck me in a drainage pipe and locked it. And I was stuck there for 3 days, which was, you know, I look back on it now and laugh, but back then it was a real different story. But while the entire city's, you know, urine and feces of everybody within the city was coursing over my body, it prompted an out-of-body experience. I don't know if it was the intense aroma, the sting on my cuts and bruises that the boys had given me, but who appeared to me was a being of higher intelligence from another world, and its name was Zal Wen. You will find an artist's rendition in the pamphlet. Now, Zal Wen came to me because it knew that I could share, I had a special gift to share some of the brightest and most powerful stars' secrets. So, she began to explain the ancient astronautics theory, you know, that they go down and they experiment with civilizations, go away, forget about them for eons, come back and say, oh, look, they fucked up again. Boom! Now they'll write some cute story about it in the Bible. Well, she explained all that to me, and I also lost my virginity to her. Which was the only way that she assured me that was the only way that I could absorb all this knowledge. And I must tell you, the experience to have a physical sync with someone of such high intelligence, even beyond the matter itself, the body itself, was extremely. I have not made love to another human being since, but I'm dealing with that, and that's not really important. What is important is that you read your pamphlet over the intermission, because there will be a Q&A. Q, question, A, answer. Immediately following. And, you know, you'll be able to ask me whatever you want. So get reading, or, you know, just keep living the lie. Keep being plugged into that matrix, because the matrix is real. All right, I will see you in a little bit.